This is the Uprising Revival. Welcome to today's show.
Well, another week, another music video released. I haven't covered too many recently. It's all really just sickening, and it's all the same thing. But if you watch the video I did on Magic, we've got this band called Little Mix. I've exposed them before, singing songs about black magic, showing black magic rituals, satanic rituals, and promoting it towards what? Young girls. That's why I get so fired up over stuff like this. Some people go, well, what does it really matter? Why don't you talk about some of the other stuff with Trump and all that's going on in the news? Well, this is how they indoctrinate kids, because the kids are the future. And are the kids putting on the news, following Donald Trump and all this other fake news that the TV pushes, which is all part of the plan? No, they're not. The reason our society's so dumbed down is because they've got a control of the minds of the millennials and the minds of the teens. And the young teens, specifically girls, are targeted by these girl groups. That's why these groups keep coming and going. One Direction, who's the next One Direction? Little Magic or Little Mix, excuse me. Who's the next Little Mix? All they're pushing the same symbols, the same signs over and over and over. Go watch. I have 100+ videos probably on songs and music videos that all do the same thing. They're all choreographed the same. The symbols in the background are all the same. And I don't know how to properly label this group Little Mix other than to call them the skanks of the month, because that's what they are. They're the music industry's new skank band, walking around butt naked, targeted towards kids, showing up at the Nickelodeon Awards, specifically winning awards at kids shows, because they want kids to follow this crap. Walking around pretty much in bathing suits, naked in the streets in the song. And people don't think that has any influence on children or any influence on anyone. Of course it does. Most of the tendencies that we have are because we were influenced in some way. We learned something, we liked something, we were influenced by it, by others in our lives. There's people who listen to music from the 80s because their parents listened to music from the... That's how it goes. Or kids who listen to music now because their friends listen to it. We live in a society of influence. They use the mainstream media to influence all of us. So let me get into this video before I puke on my computer screen here. What do you think the first thing that this group would promote? Well, of course, what a surprise. I just talked about it earlier today. Trannies. We get a bunch of transgender freaks walking around in the music video. Subconsciously, what do you think they're doing here? Well, they're pushing female, women's empowerment, the feminist movement, which is a creation by the Rockefellers, and they're pushing everybody to embrace the insanity known as trannies. So we have trannies, and then what do we see? We see right on the car, what does it say on the car? Girl power. Girl power. So they're pretty much brainwashing people into thinking that these men wearing wigs and lipstick and bras are women, and they're part of the women's empowerment group. This is how they subliminally program the youth out there to think that this is normal because they see it. What do I always say? Repetitively. It's constantly repeating. It's the same symbols. It's the same agendas, right? Why is the transgender everywhere? Why is McDonald's picking up on it? Why is Target? Why are these big brands promoting it? Why is it promoting gay pride? Because we see the gay pride flag. We see the gay rainbow in the background, the hijacked rainbow that they hijacked from God, that they've taken as their symbol of abomination. Oh, it must be a coincidence, right? They're just promoting love and peace. Yeah, give me a break. It's the same stuff. And what's ironic about it is the people who follow the music industry and like music, they think these people are artists. And then it's like, oh, I want to be like them. Oh, they're so wonderful. They all do the same stuff. The music, listen to the words. They're not even saying anything that makes sense. Half the time they're just going, drink, drink. I'm drinking at the bar. Huh? Oh, wonderful. What a great song. Tell me more. Oh, that love that got away. Oh, that magic. Oh, thanks. I wonder what you're trying to tell me. It's all the same stuff. These people aren't artists, but that's the irony of it all, right? That the people out there don't even know. They just regurgitate stuff they hear on TV. They are never thinking. They're in an alpha state 24/7 regurgitating stuff, and they don't even know what they're saying. They're artists. This is art. This is a fart. And it's the same symbol. So let me get into it. We see the tranny agenda, and let's get to the basic signs that we see over and over. Must be a coincidence, right? We get this prostitute here holding up the 666 sign. What a surprise, right over her eye. Just talked about that today with another video, right? Everybody's just holding up the 666 over there. Oh, it must mean three-pointer. It means A-OK. Right, and then you have thousands of magazine covers with these fraudulent witches and Satanists who portray themselves as celebrities, who believe in their own mind that they're ancient Egyptian gods born again, holding up the A-OK sign over their eye, because that's normal. We all did that when we took pictures in high school or went to the prom or whatever. Got your yearbook picture taken, you put the 666. I mean, give me a break. How blatant can it get? So she not only does the 666, but she points up to the sky. Right? That's a common theme, right? We see LeBron James do it in his pregame ritual, 666. He points up, does the 666. Because they believe Lucifer is God. As crazy as that sounds to some of you who are new to the channel, that's what they believe. The Bible foretells us all this stuff. These people believe Lucifer is God. Go to a Masonic lodge for yourself, and you'll see all these symbols, all these signs, the black and white tiles. You could read their books if you want, if you read it and don't get programmed by it. And see that they believe Lucifer is God. These secret societies believe Lucifer is God. So when you hear them say God, they're not talking about our Messiah, Jesus Christ. They're talking about Lucifer. And they're brainwashing kids into thinking that by saying God, that people will think they're religious. You know how many messages I get about Beyonce and some of these singers? Oh, they're believers in God. They always mention God. They thank Lucifer's God, for crying out loud. So she does the 666. And then we get this woman walking down the street here. I mean, how much more obvious can you get? She's got the all-seeing eye on her bra and on her panties. But that must be a coincidence, right? She just must love eyeballs. Maybe she went to school to be an optometrist. Maybe that's her real passion, examining the eye. She loves eyeballs, folks. Nothing weird about it. Nothing weird seeing the all-seeing eye everywhere, including on our dollar bill. No, that's not weird. That's nothing. There's no secret societies. There's nothing going on. There's no conspiracy. Nope. She was like, hey, what do you want to wear in the video? I love, do you want to wear hot pink? Do you want to wear, what do you want to wear? I'd love, a bra with eyeballs on it and panties that match with an eyeball. Oh, an eyeball. I love eyes too. What's your favorite color eye? Oh, I like blue eyes. Huh? Come on with this stuff. It's so blatant. It's amazing how many people come to these videos and just cannot see this stuff. Then, of course, what else do we see in the video? We see the peace sign on the van, right? The peace sign. Remember when they're indoctrinated, Satanism, the peace sign, which everybody thinks means peace. It's a cross upside down with the arms broken down. It is a mockery of Jesus Christ. It is their way, when they join the occult, of denouncing Jesus Christ and accepting Satan. That is what they do, and that is what that symbol represents. We see stars, of course, 5-pointed stars, which people still don't want to believe are pentagrams. They still want to believe that the star represents a star in the sky. That's how dumbed down people are. It's amazing to me. But we see the pentagram on the sleeve. We see a 5-pointed star in the background. No surprise there. In addition, of course, we see the pyramid in the background on a building window. Common picture, right? Because every corporation out there uses the pyramid. Nobody asks why. Nobody says, why are there like 50 companies that use the same logo? Or 100, I should say. Like if you were going to start a company tomorrow, would you go, I'm going to use a pyramid? I don't think, Citgo or AOL or any corporation uses it. I'll be original. They all have the same logo, for crying out loud. So we see that. And of course, what does the video open with, which I saved for last? But it opens with what? Before they show you all of these agendas, one by one, what they're doing, right? All the stuff we see every day in the mainstream. The tranny agenda, the gay agenda, feminism, right? Women's empowerment. The song's called Power. It features all women and all trannies. That's part of the feminist movement. Okay? If you're a woman out there, don't be prideful. It's not about they care about you getting a job. It's they want you in the workplace and the man in the workplace so the child can be raised by the institution. So the child can be raised by the public school system. So the child can be raised, guess what? By a godless world. Because unless you're teaching your kid and raising your kid with morals, with the Bible, with scripture, then it's going to be raised by a system that excludes what? What's the one thing it excludes? Jesus Christ. That's what it excludes. It excludes God. And that's what they want. They want these children raised by the system so they conform to the system, so that they aren't led to Christ. That is the goal, and that is what feminism is about, whether you want to believe it or not. And listen, I've said it a million times, I love women more than anybody. Okay, they're a gift from God. But don't fall into this prideful trap of thinking that the feminist movement has something to do with them caring about you and wanting you to have equal rights and all this nonsense. We are all equal. They create the illusion that we aren't equal, that someone's skin color makes them better than someone else. They created it, and then people get brainwashed into going along with it. So again, as they show all of these symbols, all these signs, the 666 and everything, before they start the video, what do they show you? The first thing, right? They show you what? One World Trade Center. Well, they have to pay homage to it, right? I mean, that's pretty much their New World Order tower. That's what it is when they sacrificed innocent people, when the Mossad sacrificed innocent people, which everybody is aware of. So they have to show you that, right? Let you know that this is a project of the New World Order. So they show you that first. They're architect. They're something that they're prideful of and proud of. A disgrace, these disgusting human beings that they are. They're not even human, let's be honest. They show you the building, which has the architecture of as above, so below, with the upside down pyramid and the regular pyramid reflecting off of water, which is how they operate, at all these monuments, which I always talk about. Washington Monument, another satanic, I mean, it's all there. So these people are just rubbing it in our faces at this point, and it's amazing to me because it shows you how dumbed down the youth is because they don't see this stuff, and they think we're haters. I mean, the comments they write are so asinine, but they're so obsessed and wrapped up with these people that they can't see the signs and the symbols. But we have to keep showing them this. You would think if they watch this video and then they just go to my playlist and watch 10 other videos, they'll see the same stuff. And then they might use common sense and say, why are they using the same symbols? Why are they holding up this sign on magazine cover after magazine cover? What does it mean? Start thinking. Start reacting. Stop letting them feed you poison, because that's what they're doing. And this is a disgrace. Little Mix is becoming the trash of all trash. We talk about Rihanna and Beyonce. Tons of trash, obviously, in the music industry. It's nothing but trash. But these 5 demons who we've seen before at award shows wearing Baphomet shirts and things like that are here specifically to program children, to indoctrinate them with the agendas that the New World Order has and wants, which you see, women's empowerment. They want 10-year-olds to feel that. This is all happening right now. 10-year-olds are going to be looked at as adults the next thing you know. It's happening. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's happening. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. It just takes some common sense and some critical thinking to see the signs and the symbols all around us. And Little Mix is just becoming the garbage of all garbage with this stuff that they push. And it makes me absolutely sick because you know who's being targeted? Not me. I'm not watching this crap. I'm doing videos out on it for people to help them be aware. I could care less about these people. I saw these people, they knocked on my door, I'd slam it shut. Other people go, oh, can I get an autograph? Oh, who cares? They're people. They're just people. The TV has you wrapped under mind control, worshiping nothing, worshiping people who have false names, false titles, and are false idols. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.